Sorry.
We actually already
It
talked
keeps
about the
dropping
account
off.
for the park. And we gotta wait for some money to come in before we can set that up. I understand that at this point. I'm just going through my notes here.
Can I interject real quick?
Go for it. Yeah.
How much money do you need to come in for a sub account? Like, how much of a donation do you need? Cause like, I'll give you $200 right now. That's what you need for Patriot Park to get their sub account.
Yeah, I don't think it needs any particular amount. Even Penny was opening a sub account.
Okay, I mean, I
So-
got a fiver on me. You know, like,
I think that's probably Michelle that would, do you understand what he's more or less asking?
He's looking for a sub-account.
Right.
If you send information via email to me, I'll get you
Okay,
the answer to that.
I can definitely do that.
We discussed before, and I'm hoping we can resolve this. Jim and I were talking to a attorney about the 501(c)(3) and breaking all the parts down. And she's checking into that. I shouldn't think of 501, it could be a tax donation to the township. She's checking into that.
Cool.
Email.
Oh, we kind of settled that issue internally. The email issue with Parks and Rec, we created another file folder so that we can keep things kind of separate, more organized. It was getting very cluttered and trying to decipher what was for who was getting a little tricky. So, but we figured it out internally, I think, at least for now. We'll see how well it works here in the future. And I got one more slide.
Oh, yeah.
So I reached out to the Hoax. John Hoax, for those of you that don't know, is regarded as like the premier best disc golf designer in the world, course designer in the world. They're interested in our project, but they are way out of our budget. I mean, they do disc golf courses all over the world for the PDGA. So you're talking about $100,000 courses that they normally put in. But they do have a conference that they set up for disc golf designers, people from the Parks and Rec and regular people that want to start their own commercial business developing courses. And I am going to it in January. It's a 6-day conference in New Orleans. So hopefully I'll be able to bring in a bunch more resources and, put a little bit of a head start on the finish design. But I do have the entire course marked. And if anybody wants to try and hike it, it's going to be pretty challenging because it's cleared yet. But I do have the whole course marked, flagged, and you can look it up on the app if you want to try and see what it might look like in the future. It's a lot of hiking. I mean, you'll want to take a couple hours to try and do it because it's a lot of hills. So, and that's pretty much
Michigan State.
that we're gonna send that
a
out
little bit later, Dave. Oh,
in down the line.
all right, Parks and Rec would request that when you do set a date and time for the
We're gonna do that
budget
before we
meeting,
leave tonight.
could you email it to us just so that all of our community members are available?
Yep.
Are aware of the time, and if they're available, they can attend. We would also like to kind of referencing the situation that happened with Tim Lund and having multiple maintenance people with different areas of responsibility, whatever. And Parks and Rec kind of being caught up in the middle of that. Before we get into the spring, we would like to sit down kind of with the summit with the board and maintenance departments. Anybody who's, anybody's welcome to show up, but like just to kind of do some in-house, some housekeeping. And just kind of organize and sort out a lot of stuff. I think you guys are already kind of
Confusion.
addressing with job descriptions and stuff like that. So if we could be involved in that as well, just so we're aware of how everything is organized and working. That way we're not sending a work order request to the wrong person or whatever, what else have you. Let's see, and then when the board comes up with a date that would work for that. You can reach out by email. We will respond. Let's see. Moving forward, I will be the point of contact for Spicer Group for Parks and Rec if they have any questions specifically for the committee. I'm not looking to like hoard the information or anything like that. If they need to reach out to the board, obviously they're more than welcome to communicate.
Can you involve me in that too?
What's that?
Can you involve me in that too?
In the Spicer Group?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can reach out to our email, right? Yeah, so just send me an email and I'll CC you on our communications.
I work with a lot of stations.
Yeah.
So,
That being said, Spicer Group, there is some overlap. Which I met with. I think Jim was there, Joanne was there, and Brian from Spicer was there, but there is some overlap. Between Spicer and Sinclair that we went through to purchase the playground equipment. That the previous board had approved the purchase and location of install. We've been rehashing that particular issue since August. Could have had it delivered, could have had it installed already. Been rehashing and hashing, going over and over and over again. I would like this to be the final time, whatever the board decides, obviously, like. We're a committee, we make a recommendation, you guys say yay or nay. I understand